Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chrissy for those of you who do not know who I am. For today's video, you guys, we're going to be talking a little bit about fear, okay? How it hinders you and how we can move past it. Before we get started, go ahead, like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit your post notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. We're going to start with the definition of fear. What is fear, you guys? Fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by belief that someone or something is dangerous, likely to cause us pain or be a threat. So, again, to reiterate, fear is an emotion. And if we don't have control over our emotions, such as fear, it will definitely be one of the things that control our lives. So for fear, I know for me, fear has hindered me in so many ways, you guys. It has caused me not to walk in my true purpose and calling that God has created me for. It has caused a lot of stress in my life. It has caused anxiety and panic attacks. It has also caused me to want to be isolated from family and friends. I used to be a very social person, okay? Fear is not healthy at all. It's not healthy no matter what type of environment that you're in, whether it's in your home, in a relationship, if it's with your children, if it's with the job, anything that's going to cause or make you believe that it's a threat to you and it's going to cause pain to you, and you become fearful of it, it's not healthy at all. One thing I wanted to share with you guys, just because I feel like this video will help somebody and encourage somebody, is ways to overcome fear. First things first, though, I'm going to be very transparent with you guys. Making this video right now may not seem like I have some fear going on, but guess what? I'm being honest because I really don't know where this video is going to go and how far it's going to go. But anyway, I think that just being in front of the camera and recording myself for a video, for content, I'm sure I'm not the only one, but other people can relate to the fear and the stress it puts on you. But the thing is, there's a way to overcome it. You've heard the saying time and time again, just do it if you're scared. Being scared is being fearful. And that's what I'm doing. So this is a prime example of getting over my fear. I realized when I was younger that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So I'm just giving you a little backstory real quick on how fear invaded my life and controlled my life for many, many, many years. When I was younger, I always showed signs of entrepreneurship, and I've always been very creative, okay? When I say very creative, it started out with drawing. I was actually in high school when let's go back a little further. When I was in elementary school, I loved art class. That was my first thing. And as I got older and went to middle school, I continued to do art classes and stuff like that. But then when I got into high school, I took a drafting class, which consists of drawings, and I was just so good at it that I just kept doing it, like drawing buildings, and then I found out that I like to do more than just draw buildings. I like to just create and design. But anyway, fast forward, I'm going to say about 7-8 years ago now, Um, I used to volunteer when I first moved to LA for the Boys and Girls Club. And I used to volunteer doing arts because every time I would go up there, I would just be drawing and stuff like that. And I didn't realize that my creativity landed me a job as an art teacher without credentials, y'all. Okay? That wasn't nobody but God. But anyway, let's stay on track. But before I got to the point of working as a teacher, I feared that I wasn't good enough. The things that I was doing wasn't good enough. And I created this whole image in my mind that wasn't even there yet, that I was going to fail. So I had several fears going on in my life. I had fear of success, fear of failure, fear of, like I said, a bunch of different things. But I think for me, my most, the one that taunted me the most was fear of success. And that was knowing that I was capable of doing something and being good at it. But I just didn't do it because I feared that if I did it, it's kind of weird because with fear of success is not the same as fear, excuse me, fear of failure. So in one instance, I was fearing success, just taking off and just flying and just going full throttle and just bam, just rolling with the punches and going with the flow and succeeding. But on the other hand, I struggled with fear of failure. So what if I took off being creative and designing and utilizing my God-given talents, and it doesn't take off? So I created a whole nother image in my mind that it wasn't good enough. I didn't think that it was good enough, although I knew because it was a God-given gift to me. But what if it wasn't good enough? What if people didn't like it? What would they say about it? What would they think about it? Well, guess what, you guys? It doesn't matter what other people say. It doesn't matter what other people think, because God has created us to succeed. When God brought his word about fear, he also talked about faith. And faith and fear do not work together. They're total opposite of each other. So if you're going to have faith, you can't have fear. You just have to let fear go. You have to do it scared. You have to do it nervous. You have to just do it, And at the end of the day, what does it hurt to just try something? You can't lose if you try. And not try once, but not try. Excuse me, y'all. I can barely talk because it's just like kind of an emotional thing for me. But continue to try over and over again. Like, I've started up several businesses, y'all, believe it or not, in fear. And every time I started a business, it always failed. I'm just being transparent with you guys, simply because I feared the success part of it. I feared my creativity, what would people think and stuff about it. But now that I know I can't fear and I have to have faith, I have to believe in the things that I want. And if I want to go forward with succeeding at anything, whether it's a relationship, whether it's on the job, being an entrepreneur, anything, I have to create faith. I have to exercise faith versus fear. So the ways that help me to get over fear, which I'm still learning, I'm being very transparent about that. I'm still learning. I'm just getting up and I'm doing it. I pray about it first, and then I'm doing it. And one thing about fear, if you are, or if you know that you're supposed to be doing something or not doing something because of fear, you will be put in a position to where you have no choice but to have faith. I say all of that to say fear causes stress. Fear causes anxiety and panic attacks. Fear will change your mood. Fear will have you isolated, okay? And that means being away from anything, everything, not wanting to get up to go to work in the morning, crying all the time, just being just totally stressed out. And that's not how we were created to be. We were created to actually walk by faith and not by sight, to trust the unseen. And that's the thing, is because we don't know what's going to take place next in our lives or what's the next move, we tend to stay in fear. But we got to let fear go. We have to move forward because nothing is staying the same, you know. Everything around us is changing as we speak right now. So I just encourage you to let fear go. Walk in faith. Walk by faith and not by sight. Not by what you see going on or what you see other people doing. Oh, and that's another thing. We have to be mindful of the things that we watch with our eyes and the things that we listen to, because that is also a way for fear to creep in. Constantly watching somebody being abused will have you thinking that there's no good relationships. Constantly watching somebody struggle financially will have you thinking and believing that you'll never come into abundance. So we have to be careful as well with what we think, we watch, we see, and what we hear, okay? But I hope this video reaches somebody and is encouraging and inspiring to somebody. And before I go, I just want to just ask that whoever's watching this video, that God removes fear, the spirit of fear from you, so that you can walk in abundance and overflow and faith. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit your post notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. And peace. Be blessed. Until next video. Bye.